Hello, hello. In this video, I want to break down the simplest path to making 10K a month online in 2025. The reason you should listen to me, well, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't. I'm not like a multimillionaire or anything. But the reason I'm credible in speaking about this and giving you my opinion is because I've been making 10K a month for the past 2 years now. I started with a marketing agency and now I run a coaching and consulting business. I'm about to turn 22. I live in an apartment here in Miami. I drive my dream truck. I have a cute English bulldog puppy, and that's pretty much all you need to know. So I just want to break down for you what I believe to now be the simplest path to 10K a month. I'm going to be giving you the whole step-by-step process in this short video so that you could see this, hopefully actually take action on it and apply it and be able to get there. So the only thing I can't promise you is that I'm going to have good drawing here, but I'm going to need you to put up with me anyway. So let's go ahead and let's dive into it. Well, the first thing I need you to understand of this three-step process is we are living in a world where you get paid for the value you create and the problems you can solve for somebody. And so step one is to, and I don't care if you're a beginner, by the way, I don't care if you've built a big old business. I believe that by far, so we'll actually start here, by far the best business to get into in 2025 is a business where you teach a skill, okay? This is known as a coaching or consulting business. And the reason I believe this is the best business to make 10K a month online, 30K, 100K a month online is because I'm doing it right now. And I operate a business that it does roughly 30K a month. Obviously some months are less, obviously some months are more, but I'm at a 90% profit margin. I'm doing about 30K a month. And the most important thing is that I do what I love. Yeah, I transform people's lives for a living and it makes me happy. So I do what I love, and really, really important, I have time freedom. So I, work a couple hours a day. Some days I work 12 hours a day. Right now it's 6 p.m. on a Friday, and I just want to make this video to hopefully provide value to you. So I believe the business of teaching people a skill and solving problems is the best business to run. And now that you understand my philosophy, I can go into the step-by-step as to how you actually do this, right? Now, step one, I would say that you need to ask yourself a golden question, okay? And the golden question is, what is a problem that I have solved for myself or someone else? This is the golden question, okay? And I'm gonna break this down for you, but this is step one. Before I could even show you how to get clients, how to service them, if you wanna get to 10K a month in 2025, I don't care if you're 50 years old, I don't care if you're 18 years old, the golden question is, what is a problem that I have solved for myself or somebody else? The first business I ran was a marketing agency, and I built that business up to 26.5K a month in revenue by sending cold messages on Instagram. That was a problem I solved for myself. I solved the problem of not knowing how to build an agency, and I did it. And that's what allowed me to build my first business teaching a skill, which was how to build a marketing agency. Okay, and so there's two buckets. There's two buckets that this fits into. And I'm gonna be giving you examples here so you could figure this all out, literally build your business plan with me right here and put it into action. And bucket one is a make more money skill. Okay, I was talking to somebody the other day that was 18 years old. Kid was in high school and he wanted to launch a coaching business as well. And I'm like, dude, yeah, for sure. Like, what would you teach? What problem have you solved for yourself or somebody else? I asked him the golden question. And he said that at 17, he was able to start a mobile detailing car wash business and makes $7,000 a month while still in high school. And that blew my mind because I'm like, dude, even the young guys, we freaking got it. There's a lot of young guys crushing it. But his golden question, his answer to his golden question is that he's been able to solve the money problem in his life in high school by making $7,000 a month by washing and detailing cars. Okay, I have other clients like my client Jacob, who he solved the same problem I solved. He built a marketing agency to $140,000 a month, and he started working with me as a client to build his coaching business. And this dude just had a $63,000 week. This dude's printing money. So I work with a lot of guys that have a make more money offer because this is a very easy coaching business to build. If you actually have the credentials, by the way. I don't work with scammers. I don't work with guys doing OnlyFans. Like, I don't find that stuff ethical as a Christian. And so I don't work with guys doing that. But if you've built an online business before, if you've built an Airbnb portfolio, investments, car washing businesses, whatever it is, you've solved a problem for yourself. You've learned how to build a business to whatever you've gotten to. And that gives you the credibility because you've solved something for yourself to go and teach other people how to do the same. You don't need to be a multimillionaire the same way I'm not to teach people how to make more money, as long as you've done the thing that you're teaching, okay? So that's bucket number one with a couple examples. I work with a lot of guys that teach people how to make more money because they've done it themselves. The second bucket that you could fit into is to live a better life. Now, what is this? Well, a live a better life offer or answer to your golden question, I'll give you an example. I'm working with a guy who's a fitness coach, okay? He has been working out his entire life. He's a pro gymnast. He has a great physique. And he came to me because he knew that he solved the problem for himself and went from skinny or fat to jacked, and he could do that for other people. And that's value creation. That's what people pay for with this type of business, is people pay to get a problem solved and to not need to go through the pain and suffering that you went through to solve that problem on your own. Because if you went from skinny to jacked, you probably failed a bunch of times, did the wrong diets, did the wrong workouts, didn't stay consistent, and you had to figure that out. And so there are people out there in the world that won't only watch YouTube videos on how to get jacked, but they want your one-on-one help. And they will pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for it because they don't want to go through the pain that you went through to get the result. And they want to make sure that they can get that result that you're selling. And so with the Live a Better Life offer, you have the fitness guys, right? Like I just explained. And these guys, I'll get there in a second, but I talked to another guy this week who's a musician. Did I spell it right? Musician? I don't know. But he's a musician. He's been playing the guitar for like 30 years, I think. And he was running some business that he didn't freaking care about. And now we're finally building a business that he loves because he loves playing the guitar, and he'll love to help people learn how to play the guitar better. And there's a certain percentage of people out there in the world that will pay thousands of dollars to not go through the pain and suffering he went through to get good at the guitar, right? So hopefully you see a common trend here. But you got the fitness guys, you got the musician guys. I'm talking and now working with another guy who is helping people with depression. He battled very crazy life story for this guy. I love him. Shout out Handsome. His name's Handsome. Actually, his name's Handsome. But just started working with him, and he battled with depression. He got over it. He fixed his mindset, and he's built a life that he loves. And that is something that he went through and solved on his own, and that he can go and help people with. And again, there are people that will pay thousands of dollars for help getting over depression. And it gets very deep, right? The reason, let's say you're jacked, the reason someone will pay you to teach them how to get jacked isn't because they want to lose weight or gain weight or get jacked. Maybe it's because they want to get girls. Or maybe it's because they want to live longer and not freaking die early. Like, this is serious stuff. Maybe they want to get jacked because they want their wife to love them again. These are reasons people pay thousands of dollars. Same thing with depression, so they don't do anything to themselves. Same thing with music. Maybe they want to get good at music and playing a guitar because they were neglected as a child and they want to become a performer. Like, there's so many reasons people pay high ticket, but with the Make More Money and the Live a Better Life, these are the two buckets that you could fit into. So ask yourself that question, think creatively, and my friend, I'm telling you that you have solved problems because you've lived your own unique life, you've gone through obstacles, and every single one of us is unique, okay? If you've made money, you can go this route. If you've done something with, helping yourself live a better life, you can go that route as well. But really, really think creatively, look back at your life, take out a notepad, and write down what are the problems I've solved in my own life, okay? Get very creative because this is something that you could help people with and you'll get paid for it. That's why I believe this is the simplest path to 10K a month. But that's just step one, is coming up with your offer. and what you're going to help people with. And step two, it's very simple for you. Step two is very simple. This is what I do with all my clients, whether they're going for $1 million a year or they're going just to make 10K a month. You need to generate, you ready for this one? You need to generate eyeballs. You need people, because let's say you're helping people with depression or you're helping people make money with an Airbnb business. It doesn't matter what you do if nobody knows that that's what you do, right? So you need people to know who the hell you are. You need attention, right? And so the best way to do this is to simply start posting on YouTube and Instagram, right? And a lot of people get this imposter syndrome when they post content or they're scared to be on camera. And the way I tell my clients really is when you're on FaceTime with your best friend, you're not stuttering, you're not restarting the camera over, you're not embarrassed, right? You're talking like a normal human being, and that's all you are. And so you take that and just apply it by looking into this camera as if you're talking to the person that's dealing with the problem that you've already solved. And that's all there is to it. And if you simply post videos on YouTube and Instagram showing people that you're competent and that you've solved this problem for yourself in your life and how you could help them do the same thing, you are going to start generating attention, which equals leads, okay? So you need to start posting on YouTube and Instagram. YouTube is the best platform by far in the entire freaking world to get people to know who you are, to know what you're about, to know what you can help them with. And you simply start by doing 2 to 3 videos a week without caring. One of my clients told me this and I love it. His life motto, it goes something like this, where he simply does without expecting a certain outcome. And it served him to make, I believe he's made millions of dollars. But I love that, right? If you can just make these videos without even expecting anything in return, in which you just help people, this is the best business model in the world, because your people will find you and they will see the value that you're providing to them and they will see your intention, right? And that's all that matters, is that people can see very clearly why you're doing what you do. Humans have very, very good, they could sniff out BS, right? Humans are good at that because instinctually, if we don't sniff out BS, we might die, right? And so people are good at kind of seeing what your intention is, why you're doing what you're doing, what your true meaning is behind stuff. And if you come from a pure heart of just helping people and serving people and helping them make a transformation you've made already, that's when you get rewarded. And that's why maybe 10K a month has felt very difficult for you. I'll tell you what, man. It's because you're in the wrong vehicle. It's because you're doing the wrong thing. It's because you've prioritized your own goals versus helping people. The only way you're ever going to hit 10K a month is if somebody pulls out their wallet, takes out their freaking American Express, and pays you money. And no human will pay you money if they can tell and they can sniff out that you're just doing what you're doing for the money, right? Nobody, especially in the service-based space where you're running an agency or doing some type of service. But with this coaching and consulting model where you're either helping people make more money or live a better life, the purer your intentions are without expecting any particular outcome, the better results you'll get. Because people will know that you're there to change their life. And when you don't act like you need the money, that's when the money comes. That's when the money comes. And that's speaking from experience. All right, so you understand that you need to be posting on these platforms, right? What I recommend doing is specifically on YouTube, you're going to post these videos. You could have no call to action or anything in them. Just come from an intention of helping people solve the problem you've solved. And then in your video description, you want to give a link to speak with you. Okay, and I use a platform called Calendly to do this, where you set up a Zoom call. They could book a time to speak with you, and this is how you're going to book your sales calls. And this is where people can go, get on the phone with you, and they could spend 45 minutes. You could understand their situation, truly see if you could help them, and close them on your first coaching or consulting client. Okay, now to get very tactical with you here, and I'll make a separate video for this that you could find later on. But when it comes to creating content on YouTube specifically, a lot of people are stuck in like this 100 view jail and just not getting any attention from it. And by no means am I saying that you need millions of views. As of recording this, I don't get millions of views, and yet I'm still able to sign clients because I make very, very specific videos. But on YouTube, I use a platform called oneof10.com. And this is something I give my clients, and there'll be a link for it down below where you can check it out. But I use this platform to show me other people's videos on YouTube's that are called on YouTube's other people's videos on YouTube that are called outlier videos. Okay, and this is getting very tactical for you here. If you can make one outlier video, your life can change and you can make more money than you know what to do with overnight. Okay, and you don't want to just rely on these, but I use this software here to find what are called these outlier videos. And what an outlier video is a video on somebody's channel that is performed exponentially better than the rest of their videos. And I use this software to find these outlier videos from all different types of channels so that I could see why that video performed so well. And what I will go ahead and do is see the title and thumbnail strategy people are using to be able to get views with that outlier video, and I will find my own way to iterate and kind of put my own spin onto it. And if you're able to use this and do this, you can manufacture eyeballs and attention on demand, because you can go and find people that have already put in the blood, sweat, and tears and made a video that did very well. And it just comes down to human psychology. For some reason, that video made humans click. And so if you can do the same exact thing, you can get attention and you could enter people into your sales process where they can start booking calls with you, right? So we use this platform to find these outlier videos. What's very important to note is the title plus thumbnail is really 80% of a video's importance or outcome. Title and thumbnail is freaking everything. And this isn't coming from me, this is coming from Mr. Beast himself. And as a matter of fact, I'll actually link a Mr. Beast video below where he talks about titles and thumbnails, just to help you out. But the title and thumbnail is everything. So I use this software to help me figure out what are the titles and thumbnails that are working. Okay? And so if you can make the right title and thumbnail, people will click. You can have the best video on earth that teaches people how to beat depression or how to get jacked or how to make money with Airbnb or how to make money by starting a marketing agency. You can have the best video in the world. But if people don't click, they don't watch. Point blank, period. That's it. So if you could just make a very good title and thumbnail and then make an unedited, very low edited video like this one, that's all you need. It's not very complex. It's not very complicated to just get the ball rolling with this stuff. But once you understand this, you can put it into practice, okay? So you get started on there, you let people go and book a call with you in the description, or you give them an option to go to your Instagram by putting your @ in the description. Put your Instagram @ in the description, allow people to go and follow you on Instagram where people can get to know you more. They could watch your stories, they could see what posts you have, your life. They could get to know that you're a real human being. And the way I think of it is if you walk up to a stranger on the side of the road and tell them that you could help them beat depression, they'd probably tell you to screw off, right? So people need to get to know you. And that's why consuming a 20, 30, 40-minute YouTube video is the fast way to get people to know you, right? You need people to trust you in order to buy the thing that you're selling, okay? And so we use YouTube, generate attention, send people to book a call, or send them to your Instagram where you could start a conversation and reach out to people that follow you to be able to see what problems they're having and let them go book a sales call. So that's step 2, and that leads me to step 3 here. And step 3 is actually signing them up and getting them results. I recommend if you're just getting started with this specifically, you could be charging anywhere from $2,000 to $8,000 for your program, depending on the market and where you're at. If you have a make more money offer, it's easier to charge more because you can give a very specific ROI, where if you invest $5K, $10K, $15K with me, you expect this in return. Very logical sell, right? If you have a depression offer or something like that, you really need to dig into the pain of the prospect and see where they're at and what they're struggling with and why it's been so hard to overcome to get them to give you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, right? So you want to charge anything between 2 to 8K, and you don't need to build, this is the problem a lot of coaches have, you don't need a course right now. As a matter of fact, a course is probably the worst thing you can do. Like the last thing you should ever do if you're starting a coaching or consulting business is start by building a course, because you have no idea if they even care about the stuff you're covering in the course. You have no idea what in the course is actually useful versus what isn't useful for them. And it's just the wrong way to go about it. You build a course off of client feedback, and that comes later on once you have clients, right? To go from your first 0 to 5 clients, and if we run the numbers here, dude, if you get 5 people to pay you $2,000, you're at 10K. And if you run the numbers here, one of my clients, Jacob, the guy I told you that has a marketing agency, if you're tracking, that had a 60K week, his first ever YouTube video got 900 views. And his first ever YouTube video generated him 20K in revenue because he charges 5K. So if you run the numbers, he got 900 views and he converted 0.5% of the views into clients, which equals 4 clients at 5K, which is how he made $20,000. And so you don't need a crazy amount of views, right? If you're selling something for 2K, you only need 5 people in a month to hit your first 10K month. You see what I'm saying? And so you can get 900 views on a video, 1,000 views on a video, and convert 0.5% of people into a client, and you've already hit the damn mark, right? That's how I'm able to get clients with a low amount of views, in case you were wondering. But you don't need to start with the course. All that you're going to offer is a completely one-to-one delivery for at least your first 5 clients. What does this entail? You need some type of communication platform. So where I communicate with my clients is I use Slack to communicate with my clients. You could use something like WhatsApp, like just somewhere, freaking iMessage, where you could just talk to your clients, right? Some type of communication platform where you could talk to them, check in with them, see how they're doing, answer their questions. You need a place to host meetings. And for this, I use Zoom. And what I offer are one-to-one calls weekly with my clients, right? And so when you're just doing the one-to-one delivery, all you need to focus on is somewhere where you can talk to them and meeting with them every week on a Zoom call. And again, people are paying you here 2 to 8K usually for like a 3 to 4 month commitment. They're not paying you for fitness coaching. They're not paying you to get coached by you on how to do Airbnb. They are doing all of this. They're paying you this money for a result. That's the only thing. And that's why they don't care if you have a course or not. They don't care how the actual offer is delivered. All they care about is that if you give them this one-to-one delivery, they're going to get the thing that they are paying you for. Again, we're getting paid to solve problems that we've solved for ourselves in the past, right? Longer term, down the road, the way you build a 30K a month coaching business is by building a course based off client feedback. And when you start coaching people, you start saying the same things over and over again. That's how you know you need to build a course. You build a community of guys that are all, or guys and girls, right, that are all on the same mission and going the same place. All of your clients in the community is value in itself. And then they get your coaching, or you can start hosting group calls. But this comes later down the road. The biggest freaking 9-figure coaching companies just follow this model of deliverable. All you need to worry about is doing one-to-one delivery. And so that's really the 3-step process that you need to follow. That's how I hit my first 10K a month with a coaching business. I believe that's the simplest path to hitting 10K a month online. And if you're at this point in the video and you kind of dig what I'm saying and you want my help with building your own coaching business, I'm more than happy to help. You could check out the description, you could talk to me, and I can see if I could help you build this thing to 10, 30, 50K a month like I've helped my clients with, okay? So I hope you got value out of this video. Make sure to subscribe because I'm dropping absolute bangers and I wasn't able to cover everything in this video, but you'll see more from me. So I'll see you real soon. Subscribe. We'll talk soon. Peace out.